Oh, it's not raining. That is not what we wanted to see. Okay, I'm going to let the stream get to 1 minute, and if it's not cut out by then, I'll actually start talking like I'm presenting. Because I cannot be asked today to do 3 or 4 intros before it actually decides it wants to work with me.
Matt is clearly not paid by the minute. Otherwise you'd happily go on and on and on for hours on end.
I don't get paid at all here, Richard.
Well, exactly.
I think we should bring
Matthew. Okay.
Alright, you know what? Have you got your audio included? Because I think it's not going to cut out on me. Because we've just made it to 1 minute.
You just cursed it. You know how this works, man. You really know.
I know exactly how it works. And I bring it every week.
God's sake.
And you know what? I'll happily do it again. Because we are back. We are here. And we are racing. We are in sunny Spain for round 3 of season 3 of the Republic of Motorsport. It is the Spanish Grand Prix. And for the first time this season, he's not pulled some excuse to not turn up on us. I am joined in the booth by Mr. CSR Skills. How you doing, sir?
I was alright until I got here. I'm not going to lie. You know, dry
Well, that was
conditions in Spain. It's not what you want to see, is it? You know, you want to see a nice bit of precipitation, but not today. But yeah, always a pleasure to be joining you in the booth, Matt. It's always a highlight of my week. And we've just had Le Mans today, where we saw Kobe actually take victory in the Toyota, a big feat, and that will go down super well in Japan. And they will be riding the crest of a wave for a long time now. But back to some F1 action and the Spanish Grand Prix. Interesting race we had there this year, Matt, in F1. A good battle between Max and Lewis across there, especially for the first few rounds. But update me on the season so far, what I've missed, and who are the ones to watch.
Well, the Republic of Motorsport, this season so far, we had round 1, Bahrain at Sakhir. We saw a pretty good race, and it was won by that man in a Ferrari, Mr. Tommy Reel, who's actually decided he doesn't want to turn up today. He won the season opener after a really brilliant strategy. The safety car came out probably like lap 7, lap 8-ish. He put a set of mediums on. He managed to take those mediums to the end of the race. How? I don't know, but he did. He won the race, took the championship lead, and then last week, China, Tommy Reel bottled it. I'm pretty sure he didn't even make the finish. Snipes, on the other hand, revolutional. Speaking of not making the finish,
he's doing many
has
revolutions.
Decided he, has decided he. I'm surprised he's still able to continue with that level of crash. That was, yeah, he's definitely waking up with some whiplash. You know what I mean? Aye. Snipes won last week after he pulled off a really good double overtake, which he was bragging about in the CSR Discord as well the other day.
Overtake of the century, apparently, or the best overtake in the world, according to him.
It was a pretty good overtake, to be fair.
Oh, proved! It just proved himself.
Oh, so he has.
Ferrari traditions.
Spinala. I wouldn't want it any other way with Ferrari, to be honest. Just, if they weren't facing the wrong way, then what would this be?
So let's get
a team of bottoming it.
Very much so. A bit more consistent this year. Look like they've got a good package for 2021. Made some real improvements, especially around the front end of the car. Completely different concept to 2020. And yeah, they look good in the slower speed circuits. Of course, we saw Charles Leclerc taking pole position in his home Grand Prix, but then losing out there. But Snipes, he is leading the championship so far, 37 points in the drivers' fights. B Ford being Mr. Consistent in P2. He's had 2 second place finishes in the 2 rounds that we've competed around so far. Finds himself 1 point behind Mr. Schnips. Then in P3 is ROM Drazi. We expect a big thing from him this year. He's had 2 third places and was a real hot contender for last year. He's on 30 points. Then Tommy Reel. Did he do donuts at Bahrain? That's what I want to know.
He didn't have quite enough of an advantage to be able to do donuts as Snipes, perhaps.
Disappointing.
Maybe not impeded there by the Mercedes, but definitely would have thrown him off. But yeah, he didn't do donuts. I'm sure if he had the advantage and didn't risk blowing his tyres up because they were that worn, he would have done.
And we've got ROM James, who's again been quite consistent. He finds himself 5th in the driver's standings. Got 2 5th place finishes and finds himself on 20 points, followed by Ludlow on P6, then Pez, disappointing, only 8 points from the first round of DNF in China. Then Revolutions missed the first round, 8 points out last time. Lucky Lamberts in P9, then we've got AMS Ghosty, Yanni, we've got Aki, Celtic Shaney. Good to see Shaney back as well. Lawn, we've got Lewis 9600 GT, Weston's D Money, Stato Poob, who's had a DNF and a DNS, then a vet out who had a DNF and a disqualification, and Maitland has bottled it, a DNS and a DNF so far. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, just looking through, Mercedes lead the charge on 56 points. I think Mercedes have won the championship every season, haven't they, Matt?
I want to say yes. Yes,
Yeah.
they have.
They have a 5-point advantage over Alfa Romeo, who are in second on 51 points. Then Alpine P3, Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren, AlphaTauri, Haas, Aston Martin, and Williams. Them 2 teams are yet to score any points, so they'll be looking to get on the board today. So Catalonia, Matt, of course, been on the calendar for quite some time. What are the real challenges for the drivers around here?
Turn 9's appearing to be quite a challenge. We just see a Mercedes spin off there in the background. Would that be Mr. B Ford? Negative. It was his teammate, ROM James. It's both of them. Correction. B Ford also taking a trip to the barriers. That's a hefty whack. He's surely got some damage from that. Maybe a bit of rear wing damage. Will they fix that in the pits?
No, retire the car.
Retire the car.
Retire.
Yeah, retire the car, B Ford. This is a message from race control. The damage is too much. We're asking you to pull over as you are spraying gravel over the circuit. That's it, off the circuit, and just end it there. Pez, fastest lap so far, a 15.7 for McLaren.
On the medium.
McLaren won too. Yeah, nice. Of course, only 3 drivers have actually managed to set times because they're all struggling to get through turn 9 without dying. Come on, keep it together, lads.
Snipes invalidates.
He did that on his first lap.
Drazzy
Weston's just put himself P4. Drazzy with a 15.6 on the mediums. Nice. Who have we got next? We've got that big D Money. Can D Money do? DRS Open crosses the line. P6, 16.5 on the medium tyre. Plenty of them going for the medium tyre, isn't there?
Oh,
Ooh,
dingers.
Not bad though. It's Snipes who's gone off. Nice. If he could do that tomorrow at Monaco, that would be perfect. Oh, Revolution has done the same thing again, except this time he's actually out of the session. Oh, my game's
Oh, he's
frozen.
upside down. All informations. We got DCRS mates.
Staring at a fucking white screen right now. Sorry, I'm not supposed to swear on stream, but I am just looking at a white screen. I'm gonna reset my game fully.
Essentially just calling off the lap here. I think he's saving a bit of ERS now. Probably go for a second push lap on those medium tyres. Let me know when it's unpaused, Jeff.
It's saying on my screen that it's unpaused, but evidently it's not.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll give it a sec. There we go. There we go. All good. All good. You may continue the CSR Skills radio show now.
Here we go. So it's currently Drazzy from Pez, Celtic from Shaney, Vettel from Westerns, Yanni from D-Money, Lawn from Ludlow, Revolutional out the session. After that DNF, Maitland currently in P12 after a slow first lap, had to lift right out of it. Expect him to be much improved by up onwards of 2 seconds. Lewis 96 is yet to set a lap time. Poob in the pits after a few changes of underwear so far in the session. Then we've got B4 down in P15, followed by Snipes and James, who are all yet to set a lap time from P13 down. Do you need another invite, sir? Or do you have one in the back?
Negative. I am here. I'm in the session, and we are following ROM Ford on his lap. I hope he spins at turn 9 again. That would make my day.
Got the popcorn ready. Here he comes.
Here we go. Flicks it in. Takes the inside curb. Oh, nearly. Nearly. Surprised he didn't invalidate there. Normally the game's just like, no. Absolutely not. Ooh, Maitland. Love that from you. 15.6. Puts himself onto provisional pole marginally. But it's a purple middle sector from Ford so far. And he's going to go downhill to this horrible little chicane. If you find someone who says they like the final chicane at Barcelona, they're wrong. They don't like it. Everyone hates it. DRS open for Ford. What's it going to be? It's P4. 15.8. But of course, he's definitely got time in it because he nearly died at turn 9. Is Maitland out of fuel? Is that why he's bringing out yellow flag?
I believe so. That's the second time lap. Oh, we got a Haas. That's Nikita. No, sorry, Lewis into the barrier on the exit of turn 2. Very easy. We've got the death curbs on this year's game, and we could just saw it on the Haas there, just getting a bit too comfortable riding them curbs, and it just chewed him up and spat him out. And now he's off circuit.
He's gone rallying as well now. Nice. I assume he's just getting out the way of other people, but doing it in an adventurous fashion. Snips on his outlap. D-Money. Nice. So Williams
ding,
1-2.
Ding. For dingers. Wow.
Yeah, nice. 15.4 on the soft tyre, of course, so it does have that advantage over a lot of the guys around him, but still, things we absolutely love to see.
This will be the key battleground now. Who's going to choose to opt for the soft tyre, go for the track position, because it will be pretty critical. It's not the easiest circuit to complete an overtake. Strategy as well, though, if you start on the softs, mate, you're going to be looking at a 2-stop now.
If you don't, I reckon if you start on the softs, the 1-stop is doable. You can go soft to hard, but it's a pain, really. You're just going to struggle a lot in that first stint. You're going to have to pit earlier, and that could cost you later on. But obviously, safety cars exist, and they might just come to your rescue. Vettel has invalidated his lap. Who's that ahead of him on track? That is someone on an in-lap, is it not? That might be D-Money.
Snipes on the flying lap. Yeah, to set a lap time.
Westerns also on a flying lap. We'll follow Westerns as he is the car ahead. And then we will switch to Snipes and see whether he can actually put a time on the board. Because so far, he's bottling this session and is running down in P16.
Invalidated.
There you go. Bottle job. What did I say? Westerns rounds the final corner, comes up to the line, and goes P8. Jumps his teammate. Vettel down to P9. And that is Snipes going to go again straight away, I wonder.
Most definitely.
See. Yeah, he'll have to, won't he?
No choice. 2 minutes 30 remaining of the safety money from Maitland, Drazzy, Pez. Pez is going for a second run on that same set of medium tyres. So they'll be far from perfect, but the track really does rubber in on this game, Matt, and you're going to gain a lot of time towards the end of the session.
We'll see if that holds true then, as the cars are... Oh, Celtic in pit lane. Got a bit excited there. It's just in the pit lane. Everybody calm down. He's not died at turn 9. Speaking of turn 9, Shane flies his McLaren through there and doesn't die. Continuing on his way on a set of soft compound tyres. Of course, his first lap was also on the soft, so he may not go jumping miles up the order, but we will see. Mates also in the box. Yes, there's a lot of guys who are just happy with their lap on the mediums who are retiring. Shane, of course, looking to improve on his set of softs. What will surely be his final lap of the session, crosses the line, goes to P2 on the front row for the McLaren driver. Good stuff alongside D-Money, who still maintains that provisional pole. Pez on a lap. He's currently improving by half a tenth. We have, is that Westerns coming to the line? See if he can improve, or is he starting another lap? Yeah, I think he was just starting another one. Lawn starts a lap. We've got a Haas coming through the final corner on their out lap. Then who is it? Is it Snipes?
It's
Snips.
Gone for the softs. Expect him to be banging it on pole. Anything less will be a disappointment here. And yeah, Snipes backed out of this lap, and we'll go through a third push lap for third attempt.
What about Pez? Currently P5. Puts himself P3 on the mediums. Behind his teammate and D-Money, but on that, that'll be a tyre advantage in the race. B Ford starting his lap on the soft tyres, as you said. Who's next? Was D-Money looking to improve his lap? Provisional pole sitter.
Has invalidated. One more chance.
Who's next then? Yanni. What can Yanni do? Was P11 on 3-lap old medium tyres. Don't expect too much from him. Managed to go P10. Nice. Decent little improvement for him. We then got like a train of 3 cars all coming to the line. Here comes Lawn. Goes P10 ahead of Yanni. Then we are waiting on the Haas of Lewis, as Shane has retired from the session. He will not improve. Lewis rounds the final corner, crosses the line now. First lap of the session, only P14. Not where he would have wanted to be. Snipes just puts himself up into P8. Gets himself... oh! D-Money's binned it. He won't improve. Does that open the door for this man B Ford, who is massively improving? No, it doesn't. He's backed off.
It's going to stick.
You don't want it. Who's left? Poob? It's all up to Poob now. Can the man with the strange name put himself onto the pole position? Goes P6. 15.7. I think that's everyone.
That's a good lap from Pooh. Impressed with that one.
It is indeed, but it was not as fast as Dinger's D-Money, who takes his first pole position in the Republic of Motorsport. Shane's on the front row, but it's Pez in P3 on the medium tyre who's going to be challenging them all the way down to turn 1 and through the race. But great stuff for D-Money and Shane.
Now this is going to be interesting. Start the Grand Prix. We've got 2 drivers up there on the soft tyre. The only 2 that will be starting the Grand Prix, you'd imagine, on the softs is D-Money and Shaney. Everyone else qualified on the mediums, and of course outside the top 10 free range of choice. That's qualifying for Spain. A bit more interesting than we expected, and a bit of a mixed up order there.
There you go then. There is your final standings from qualifying and the order that will set the grid. Steve Money on pole ahead of Shane. Pez P3, Smates P4. Don't worry about him. He's going to bottle it. Drazzy P5, Poo P6, B Ford, the championship leader, down in P7. Celtic P8. Then it's Snipes, Westerns, Vetty, Ludlow in P15. And then we have Revolutional, Lewis, and James, who did not set a time. I think we're going to see many a safety car today, Rich.
I'm just going to go with the one safety car, but there's going to be multiple casualties. Yes.
I'm saying 2 safety cars, 1 VSC.
I'm going to go with 11 finishes. It's quite optimistic in my opinion.
Right, well this is going to be an interesting race start. For more than the one reason. Guess who's on the grid? If I leave and rejoin, that's not going to fuck anything up, is it? I can just... Oh no, because my AI will be on there, won't I? I'm going to have to... So we're going to have a... I mean, how do you want to do this?
You have to retire the car after the... well, in the pits.
Yeah, okay.
If you retire on the circuit,
right,
we're probably going to get a safety car, so...
Oh,
maintenance left.
I will... Because I can't be asked to turn my wheel on, I'll turn all my assists on. I'll let the game do it for me.
Steering assist
so
on.
I don't crash into people. Yeah, steering assist on. Yeah, okay. All right, let's do the race strategy. I'm thinking. Ooh, I think in this one here, we'll go 4 laps, then to the hards for a lap. And then I need to add a couple extra stints in. And then extend. And then I want more mediums. More mediums, is that doable? Yeah, okay. Alright, strategy sorted. We're going for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops, is that? I don't know, 4 stop strategy. 2013 style. Starting on the softs, 4 laps, 1 lap on the hards, 14 on the mediums, 9 on the softs, and then 5 on the mediums again. As for the fuel, yep, that is perfect. 41.7 laps, so that we can engage the rocket boosters on the back, because that's how Red Bull have found their turn of speed this season. As for the setup, I can actually load a setup still. Nice. We're gonna load our Monaco setup. I need to get a new Monaco setup for tomorrow. Heck.
How would it work if you left your car on the grid map? Would it disqualify you and there'd be no flags? What do you think?
How do you mean?
If you don't move off the line, would it disqualify?
If I don't move, I would get DSQ'd.
It wouldn't bring out a safety car, would it? It would just remove you.
I don't know if it would or not. I would hope not. Should we try it? I'm saying, okay. You are going to have to do the CSR Skills radio show, though. For the second time at a Spanish Grand Prix, within a week, you're going to have to do the CSR Skills radio show for the race start.
I mean, these guys that I work with, you know, they don't know what they're doing. Clearly, you didn't follow instructions when you rejoined map, because you didn't hit Spectre.
Yeah, I hit join session, didn't press Y.
Y, oh, Y.
Well, that's a great pun, Rich, and I would laugh at it if I wasn't now on the grid ready to start the race. I have a reserve for ROM. I could just start driving. I'll give you a new perspective.
On the pad, yeah. You on the pad?
Yeah, on pad. Because I mean, my wheel is right here. There you go. I've turned it on. There we are. I'm ready to race now, Rich. This is going to be the Matt Connerbeer last to first challenge.
Okay, Matt. Brake magic on. Brake magic on. Remember.
A firm brake magic. Switching on now. Switching on now.
Brake bias all the way forwards. Okay.
Yeah, a firm. Oh, that's backwards, forwards, 70%. Job done.
And 3.5 burnouts to the grid. Remember to test your clutch bite point.
Okay, A-firm, will do. I get to drive the formation lap. This is going to be fun. We can give like a guided tour here, Rich. We can go say hi to the fans as well.
You got no fans.
You're my biggest fan.
You know it's true.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can.
Alright.
We're going to need some work on the
Bye,
brakes,
Shane.
so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Well,
My force feedback is being funny.
Shane
Nice.
does not like any form of tyre heats. No temperature for him.
Mate, tyre heating is for amateurs. Why don't you talk us through... What tyres has everyone gone for outside the top 10 then?
Everyone on the mediums.
Radar is clear.
Apart
Weather
from
is
the
looking
top
good.
two,
Boring.
Shane's gone for Stone Cold Softs, and D Money Dingers is on a set of soft tyres. It wasn't a conscious effort to get a fresh set via the FIA by binning his car. That was another set that he put on the car after setting that to pole time. And it'll be D Money from Shaney. Pez takes pole of the medium runners ahead of Mates, and then Drazzy, Poob, Beeford, Celtic, Snipes, Western's your top 10. Then Vettel will be on a fresh set of mediums, followed by Lorne, Yanni, Ludlow, Revolutional, Lewis, James, who didn't set a lap time, and Matt Connerbeer, who shouldn't even be there. But, you know, he is. It's a nice car you got there as well, Matt.
I know it is, Rich. It sounds beautiful. Alright, now I gotta get on before I start holding up the race.
So here we go. D-Money takes his grid slots ahead of round 3 of the Republic of Motorsport. We're in the not so sunny Circuit de Catalunya, and that's going to be a helping hand for the drivers today.
My AI. Sorry, my AI was just being a bit funny.
Goodness gracious, Matt. But yeah, this will help the drivers in terms of tyre wear. You can see a Haas at the rear bouncing along to his grid slot. He must have some house music playing in that. So it's definitely Nikita Mazepin with that Russian techno. And here we go as we get ready for lights out in the Circuit de Catalunya. Round 3 of the Republic of Motorsport, and it's lights out, and away we go. And D-Money, does he get a good start? Yes, he does. Shaney, though, struggling on those cold tyres. It's going to be his teammate, the McLaren of Pez, up alongside him. It's going to be four-way battle in the background down towards turn 1, and someone is going to come off terribly, and that is Shaney, who is around. He's Spinaler there. It was just the pinch point came, and Pez up to P2, as well as Maitland gaining a position further back through the order. Is everyone else going to come through cleanly? So far, so good. And what battles we've got going on here? We've got a Mercedes diving up the inside. That's James getting up ahead of Yanni. Wouldn't be just tiptoeing round, but D-Money, first time up the hill. Then we're going to come through pointing the right way. Or some people in the background trying to battle up there. That is not a battleground. And we've got an Aston Martin here of Westerns making up position. B-Ford as well, getting past Celtic. James getting past Ludlow as we come through to complete lap 1 of the Spanish Grand Prix, the Pain Grand Prix, and D-Money close to checking out that 1 second magic window. Pez doing everything he can to stay within it, because he needs to try and get away from certain S-mates as we come down towards turn 1, the first time at full speed. And Matt is in the box, and hopefully we'll get the broadcast view now for you boys.
All good now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Slight technical issue, but we are back, and we are now able to watch D-Money leading in the Republic of Motorsport. Pez in P2, Smates in P3. Yeah, horrible start for Shane. After starting on the front row, has dropped down the order and now finds himself P16. As Poob has decided he no longer wants to be facing the right way. Mate, you're going to need to spin that around before you get disqualified for driving the wrong way. Spun that one through turn 7 into turn 8. And now finds himself running at P16. As Lewis has done it at turn 9. Killer of F1, it seems. We've got a full course yellow. Is it a safety car or a VSC? It is a VSC, I do believe. Nice.
I'll be interested if anyone did pick up any damage if they do dive into the pits. You're going to save yourself a good 10 seconds or so on your average pit stop. Before that, Pez was all over the back of dingers. It's important to watch your delta now, not to go over it. If you do, that will incur a drive-through penalty, which is going to be absolutely horrendous. But yeah, big unfortunate scenes there for Shaney.
Oh, Pez is gone! Under the VSC!
Ooh, yes,
Mate, I don't
George
bother
Russell.
that hard, do I? The weird thing is, that's not the first time I've seen somebody spin at Spain. Oh, Maitland, what the moves
Oh,
happened
he's
to
messed up the order there. I think someone got a legal overtake.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, someone
we
else
got
is gone.
Celtic is gone.
What?
What was that restart? D-Money has been sort of released. Maitland in P2 has bottled it. I told you he'd bottle it. I said that when I was going through the grid order. So effectively now, it's D-Money who leads from Drazzy, B-Ford, Snipes. Then comes Pez down in P6 with his cooked tyres. And then it's Ludlow, Lorne, James, and Yanni in P10 as we have yellow
Maitland.
flags.
Maitland's the next
That's why we've
victim.
got yellow flags.
I was going to
Maitland
say it.
bottling it once again.
It was a Williams one too, but not for long. Oh.
So you thought about saying it, and that's when it all went wrong.
Yeah, I didn't
Nice
even
one.
say it. I just had to imagine it.
Unbelievable. Our curse is just, it's grown to an unbelievable level.
Do you know what else is unbelievable? D-Money cannot believe his luck at the minute. Okay, everyone who comes close to him, I don't know if he's dropping oil on the circuit or what D-Money's doing out front. Maybe banana skins like Mario Kart because they're just going like Skittles.
Oh, James is gone. Spun it at turn 2. He's done what Pez did, except at racing speed.
Okay, at this rate, I am going for a Snipes win. It's all going to be about
I mean,
consistency.
I'm saying B-Ford, mate. I'm saying B-Ford.
Oh, who else has gone? D-Money! No!
No! Dingers!
Oh, Dingo's
Get it
won,
back
John.
going again. You ghosted, don't worry about it. Just get back on the track and go. Oh, well, turns out dreams don't come true.
Williams in the best position they've been in for some years. And they've both bottled it. Claire, lucky she's not in the team anymore. Oh, God. It's just gift wrapped, isn't it? It's gift wrapped for him now. Snipes already up into a podium position. Pez, after dropping it, finds himself back in P4. And who's that gone again? D-Money. Another moment. Carry on, mate.
Yanni having a look there on Vettel into turn 1. Nothing doing. Yeah. Nice to see B-Ford already up into P2. We're back to business as normal after a very interesting front row. It's the usual contenders who found their way to the front.
Oh, wow. I don't know who likes this game because this year it's been absolute... It's a curse. A real curse of the game. D-Money has boxed for damage. Finds himself P16 and well off the back of the order. He's going to be praying to the safety car gods. Let's see if we
I mean, at this rate, we're going to get a safety car. I've seen... How many people have we seen spin in the 5 laps of racing we've had?
at least 5, I would say.
Yeah.
We've seen D-Money.
We're averaging 1 spin per lap. But yeah, Spain... Oh, B-Ford, fastest lap, and he's only 2 tenths away. He might go for it here. Here he goes, B4 to the inside on the run up towards the first corner. He's going to breeze past Drazzy and puts himself up into the race lead. It only took him 6 laps and he's made his way. Oh!
Drazzy!
Drazzy! There you go. 6 spins in 6 laps. Drazzy finds himself facing the wrong way. Another victim of turn 2. If Munjaclar was watching, he would be in deep pain right now. We call it Munjaclar Corner for a reason. Unbelievable, Jeff.
Watching all of these newborns through their spinala time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Spain's turned into a real killer of a circuit this game, evidently.
But the only person on the grid to hold position is Pez. Unbelievable.
Well, he's been round as well.
Yeah.
He did it on the VSC of all things. Weren't even at racing speed. Aye. Right, continuing on. There's a bit of a train that's sort of formed behind Lorne running up in P4.
Yeah, and we've got 2 teammates getting very close. Vettel on the back of his teammate Weston. Will there be any team orders here? About to find out as we head down towards turn 1. The ERS in effect. Vettel though struggling with ERS management at this point. A lot more tricky to handle. And remember, we don't have... Oh, we've got another yellow. And that is... Dingers, is it? No.
No, Revolutional. Safety car has been deployed because there's a front wing in a barrier. The FIA have decided we need a full-blown safety car to get a marshal on track to pick up that front wing.
Very good.
Who does this benefit?
Everyone apart from B Ford, I'm going to say.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, Revolutional nearly didn't make it into the pit lane there. D-Money will stay out. Let's see then. Who's going to box? You reckon you could put... Hards could go to the end from here, I reckon.
Yeah, we're not going to get racing to what, lap 9? So... Yeah.
You could put them on and they'd go to the end. It's just whether... Is that the strategy you want to do?
Well, again, you're going to put yourself in that death window, aren't you? Because they're hard enough to manage at the best of times with the minimal traction. You're just going to have to tiptoe.
Race leader pits, Snipes follows him in, so does Pez, and surely they'll all just snake into the pits now. Lorne pits, Ludlow pits, Weston's pits, Vettel stays out because he doesn't want to lose time behind his teammate, I imagine. Who else has just stayed out, am I seeing? Drazzy stays out as well. James in the box, Mates in the box, Celtic and D-Money are just vibing, doing their own thing. So the top 3 have all stayed out.
And this will make for an interesting restart. So if you're Vettel here and you can check out at the beginning of this safety car restart, there could be a bit of carnage happening behind. Because there's going to be a lot of people on those hard tyres, not necessarily going to be up to temperature. We know what the last corner's like around here for a restart map. And we could see another safety car very shortly if people get a bit too punchy.
Yeah, people always forget when you got cold tyres, the last corner is no longer easy flat. It's so easy just to drop the back end. What are the other circuits where you do that? It's here, Mexico, and Singapore, I seem to remember being the main ones where people just die out of the last corner. Sometimes Australia as well.
Yeah, especially in a hard tyre, they tried to jump on the overtake button a bit too soon, and can definitely be to your detriment. But be interesting to see where Vettel goes. Of course, that last chicane. If I was Vettel, I'd wait very late to go here, very close to the line, just to try and catch everyone else out behind. Or would you just launch out the chicane where it's expected, Matt? What would you do here?
Yeah, you tend to do it like right on the exit of the chicane, because then in theory the guy behind you is in the middle of the chicane, and that is the most awkward position to be in when there's a restart going on. Like, you'll just lose so much time. Oh, Vettel fakes to the pits. Drazzy decides he does want to pit. Why has he done that? He would have been better off just pitting the last lap, wouldn't he? I know he would have lost time behind his teammate, but now he's just going to drop to dead last because they've all caught the queue. Should have hit the lap before, I think.
He's going to bite the bullet now and save himself what will be a pit stop around here, 25 seconds or so. We'll see.
I think he was better off staying on, just committing to this strategy now, to be honest, and hoping for another safety car. But we'll see. He's now down to P14. He's got a lot of ground to make up in this race. We'll see if he's got what it takes.
I'll be 1 second.
Wow, CSR skills leaving midstream, showing a real lack of commitment there, you'd have to say. Honestly, what is he playing at? You know what would be nice? If they put the Aston Martin safety car in the game. Like, you know, change it up a little bit. Maybe I don't have to always see this Mercedes. Mercedes is nice and all, but we have 2 safety cars in real life now. Maybe we could have 2 in the game as well. That'll be excellent. Go on, be in this lap. Yeah, safety car in this lap. It's go time. Right, what's Vettel going to do then? Where's he going to go? Is he going to do what I said and go out the chicane? Will he do what Rich said and leave it right until the line? We are about to find out as he lets the safety car run off into the distance, get down the pit lane so that he can put his foot down and we can get racing here on lap 9 of 33 for the Spanish Grand Prix. He's weaving, he's trying to get temperature in those tyres. How will Yanni respond? Where will Vettel go? Just before the final corner, he floors it, gets the throttle down, and we are racing. Little twitch there through the final corner. B-Ford seems to have gotten a good restart behind, though. He's already pulling alongside the AlphaTauri of Yanni. We've got 2 cars in the background as well. There's a McLaren who can't really seem to decide where to go. And they're going to go 3 wide, and that looked very dangerous, but B-Ford's gotten through. Snipes is trying to go around the outside of turn 2. That could be dangerous. Got to watch out because Pez is involved as well. Yanni's in that fight, leading them away still, but Snipes will now go to the inside. Can he get this one done into turn 4? Yes, he can. Pez now looking to follow him through on the inside, and I think he's just going to get this one done as well. And he has done.
Oh,
Pez up to P4.
The battle for P10 is just
Yanni has lost.
Oh.
Yeah, battle for P10. We've got the Williams of Smates going there. We've got losing places, and that is Lawn. And Celtic looking to go down the outside into turn 7. Lovely move there for the AlphaTauri. Yanni losing 3 places in the first sector alone. Smates always touched the back there of James. He got a bit twitchy through turn 9. He'll now be on the outside for turn 10. The hairpin. The Mercedes launches it up the inside. It's just going to squeeze him wide on the exit. Again, a bit of contact there. But Smates has to tuck in behind. And it's James who does hold on to the final points paying position for the time being. That was a bit hectic, wasn't it?
Maitland really hooked up off the restart there. One of the only drivers in the vicinity on that medium tyre. He knows he needs to make hay and make hay with these fresh set of tyres now. And he's got the Mercedes in his sights as we come in to start lap 11 of this Grand Prix. Is he going to fade to the inside here very, very late on the brakes? He's going to have the confidence here on the softer compound. And yes, that looks like Maitland's corner.
A firm. Maitland up into P10. Drazzy,
Celtic.
head of D-Money, who I think may well have gone round. He's lost places. No, it's Celtic who's gone round. The big man himself. Spinallering on those hard tyres. He's now down to P15 and 7 seconds off the pack.
So Vettel.
Good restart for Vettel, though. Yeah, nailed it, hasn't he? He's just gotten away.
I mean, he just fed him to the lines, didn't he? The rest of the guys. And who was behind him at the restart? I can't even remember now, but B-Ford got the jump.
Yeah, Yanni was there in P2.
It's worked out beautifully there for Vettel. Just needs to do his own thing right now. He knows he's probably not going to win the race, but the longer he can be out in clean air, nice free track in front of him, the better here.
DRS has been enabled. That will allow those who are within a second of the car ahead to close up even more down the straights as I see someone go off there at turn 2. Or was that just me seeing things?
I think you should have gone Specsavers, but Drazzy up to P11. Just made a move on James. Free plug there. 2-for-1 offer at Specsavers this week.
I wasn't being blind, I just looked back. B Ford went off. You should go to Specsavers, Rich. B Ford cut turn 2. Meanwhile, someone has decided that turn 3 is not their friend. That would be Revolutional. He's in the gravel trap once again.
Yeah, tough day at the office for him. I think he brought out the early safety car by reversing onto the circuits. The marshals didn't like that too much. And we've got another yellow flag.
Again, through turn 4, he's cooked the tyres. Unfortunate for him.
Sector 3, it's a McLaren.
Shane has gone.
Or Poob.
Poob as well. 2 of them are gone. We'll have a quick check to see if there's any damage. Not that we can see. Both spun in Sector 3 at slightly different points. But we're going to look back because Snipes is gaining on B Ford. Going to go to the outside of turn 1. That's surely not going to work out for him. Or is it? If he's... Snipes, how have you gone around the outside of turn 1?
God!
B Ford's fought him back into turn 3, but that's brave. I would struggle to get a move like that done. B Ford does well to hold on through turn 3, but... Wow, normally if you try and go around the outside of turn 1, you just end up getting pushed wide at turn 2 and have to back off to not spin on a curb of death.
It's great, this pair. They've really got to know each other well in the last season. Snipes was reserving in the previous season, now a full-time fixture of the Republic of Motorsport. Both great champions, and it's a titanic battle between these two, and it's going to go on all season long, you betcha. But they're really learning each other's style now, where the limits are, and some great respect being shown there.
Absolutely. Pez lurking in the background as well. He's just waiting for a mistake from these front two, isn't he? As soon as these two trip over each other, he's away.
Yes, indeed.
Vettel may have just made a mistake there, because he's just dropped right back, and B Ford is now all over the back of the Aston Martin. He's gaining with the DRS. He's going to look to get this one done. He's going to go to the inside, a bit like Vettel on Bottas back in 2017. Dips a wheel onto the grass, but he does get through, puts himself up into the race lead. Of course, Vettel still yet to box, as Maitland has put a move on Westerns in the fight for P7. But that's big for B Ford, because he's just put a car between himself and Snipes.
Yes, indeed. Vettel's struggling at this point. Snipes is going to need to get it done and take a bit of a risk here. If he doesn't get it done at the first available opportunity, Pez will be there and ready to pounce on any loss of momentum here on lap 14 of 33. We're not even at the halfway mark. We've had high drama, safety cars, spins, crashes, spinadas, galore.
Yellow, yellow. Revolutional. Has he spun it? Yep,
He
final
spun it.
corner.
Oh! That's out.
Vettel's gone. Well, that makes Snipes' life a lot easier. But for Vettel, not what he needed after nailing the restart. He lost the lead after, I think, a mistake through the chicane, and then another mistake 1 lap later has put him down to P5, and he is now going to make his pit stop. Snipes is now free to go after B Ford once again.
Freeway fights. Well, the top three on... Oh, Pez. I'll say a freeway battle. He picks up a 3-second penalty for being very naughty. Maitland getting through past Ludlow there. Around the outside on turn 3. Must have got some good purchase off the exit there. And their medium tyres really coming into their own now. And Maitland needs to make up as much time as possible to try and get ahead of Yanni before the pit stops here, if he wants any chance of a potential podium. Drive to Spy Boys. We've seen enough death.
Yeah, can we cut the spinning now? We've had enough. Revolutional clearly not listening as he drifts his way through the final sector. Oh, and he's gone again. Nice. There go the leaders. Snipes. Is he going to be close? Does Snipes want to do this straight away? Or
No.
is he going to be best off just saving his battery?
He'll play the long game here. He'll try and recharge, put a bit of pressure on. Retirement in the pit lane for a revolutional. He's had enough. But also, you've got to be careful with the dirty air, though, Matt, as well. That's another thing to consider around here. The longer you spend behind B Ford, the more likely you are to drop it. Lack of downforce can easily spin the car.
Ooh. Maitland just put a move on Yanni and then got it all wrong through turn 3 and just sort of gave the place straight back there. Lovely.
He's
Just got to do it all again now. But yeah, like you're saying, that dirty air, especially at this circuit, it's just horrible. The final sector in the dirty air, it's pain. You try and do that chicane while following another car, you will hate it even more than you hate the chicane normally. Pez looks extra close this lap.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can just see through the chicane, can't you? He just falls away with the dirty air.
just looking at the different cars. We've got B Ford, who's looking the most healthy on 76% ERS, Snipes 51, and 65 for Pez. So some good car management there from B Ford.
Fair enough. Maitland has now cleared Yanni and is now off after the leaders. Maitland, he's not going to the end on those mediums, is he? That's not happening.
No way in hell. He'll have to stop again, but the question will be, can he go deep enough for another set of softs, or another set of softs, or what was it? What's he done? Medium so far? I want to say.
Let's check. We are checking. He has done medium.
Yeah. I think if you want to put the hards on, you need to do it soon. As soon as you feel these mediums start to fade, you need to pull the trigger and get in if it's for the hards. If not, you need to extend as much as possible. Maybe pray for another safety car, Matt. Hopefully not too
I should
soon.
imagine that's what he was doing, because we saw, you know, as he sets the fast lap of the race, if you base this off of CSR's Spanish Grand Prix, we had safety cars galore. We had like 3 of them, because people just kept forgetting where the track was and remembering where the barriers were.
Oh, a lot of these cars feel like Jack in the Box as well, don't they? You go over them lap after lap, and it's just a ticking time bomb until they pop up and bump you off the circuit, it feels like.
Yep, it's just inconsistent, that's the problem. You know, I've had it at the last corner here. So many times you can abuse that curb, it's effectively like it's not there. And then one time I went over it and that was it, it just spat me out and threw me into a barrier. I was like, I've been using this curb all race. Speaking of
Westerns.
Spinalas, the Aston Martin of Westerns through turn 8 has gone around. It's a really easy place to do it there. I think that corner's a bit off camber. So easy just to wash out wide, and as you try... Oh, Lawn's gone. How's he gone there? Has he crashed with someone? He's got to have touched someone to go there, surely.
It's either that or a big swapper on the final corner, and he's really snaked all the way down there. But yeah, 5-second penalty with contact with D-Money. I think we just got... Let me just check the race director notes.
Oh, Lawn's gone again. Tyres are cooked. Nice reset to track.
So, Lawn got a severe collision with D-Money and 5 seconds. Good measure.
Let's check the battery then. Pez 65%, Snipes 41%, B Ford 70% battery. B Ford with the battery management right now. Lawn in the box, drops down to P15 and dead last. Another one hoping for a safety car then, as we are on approaching lap 20 of 33. Here for the Spanish Grand Prix, it's B Ford who continues to lead ahead of Snipes, who is very nearly out of the DRS range.
Oh,
who's gone this time?
It's Maitland.
Oh, of course it is. What? Oh, safety car. Ironically, Maitland, who was hoping for a safety car, has kind of caused one himself.
So
it's not
Yanni,
helpful for him because he's
this is good for Yanni.
broken his front wing.
Yanni started
Yes,
on these
it is
tyres.
good. It is good.
Drazzy dives in off the hard tyres, so he'll be able to slap on another set of mediums, you would imagine, and go to the end. See what goes on the Alpine. It's the yellow wool tyre. Maitland's going to box. Remember, he has to use a different compound here. Be the last one in the pit lane here. And it will be
Soft tyres.
oh, a double stack. The money is getting held.
Soft tyres. That's what 13? We'll say it's 11 laps once the safety car goes in. That's a stretch for the softs, but they'll probably just about make it, especially now with the low fuel as well.
I can hear Dingers shouting from here at the mechanics, just sitting there watching him.
It's a race that's sort of gotten away from Dingers a bit here after starting on the pole position. He'll be hoping that this safety car sort of brings him back into it a little bit to make his way up the order.
I mean, considering where he is, he's on a hard tyre. If he can box again this lap, put on another set of mediums. I don't know why he didn't choose mediums anyway. Surely there would have been a better option. Of course, he started on softs.
So far. He started on he started on softs, didn't he?
Yeah.
Surely he would have had a fresh set of mediums spare then. I don't know. Leaders all pit. None of them choosing to risk it and stay out. Go on, Ludlow, stay out. Ah.
Now,
I was hoping someone would just take the chance. Just go for the track position. See what it's
softs
like.
for Snipes. Soft tyres. Will this win him the race, Matt? The other two have gone for the mediums. Snipes has rolled the dice. And this is going to be one hell of a battle to the end now.
Well, the next sort of 10 laps or so will show Snipes to be either a genius or an idiot. Is it a smart move putting the softs on? We are about to find out. He'll have to pounce early. That's when the softs will have the maximum advantage over the mediums. If he just lets those tyres wear out, all he'll do is find himself getting slower and slower. The mediums will hang on for longer and he won't have the advantage that he needs to be able to put a move on B Ford ahead of him.
Only two cars left out there on the hard tyres, and you have to feel for them. That is Yanni on the fresh set. D-Money, I think he's just taken that advice and come back in. And he's going to change off of those. Vettel comes out on a fresh set of softs as well. Currently our soft runners of Snipes, Maitland. Oh, and Vettel just come out and spun it on the brand new tyres. That's just going to absolutely kill him.
Nice one. B Ford leading the race. Snipes P2, Pez P3 with a 3-second time penalty. Just going to check the warnings of the two around him. B Ford, 1 warning. Snipes, 1 warning. Pez, just the penalty. Ludlow, warning free. Yanni, warning free. Drazzy, 1 warning. James, warning free. Maitland, 2 warnings. Warning for Poob on lap 1. And then Shane picking up 2 warnings there. And we'll just leave it there because that's the top 10. Safety car should come in at the end here of lap 22. D-Money and Co will all catch the pack. And now it will be a case of... Can Snipes
Spinala.
get it done? Well, yes, it will be a case of Spinala. We've seen, plenty of that already. 15 drivers still running here.
I'm still sticking Snipes for the win. This point.
Yeah, okay.
10 laps.
I'll stick with B Ford then.
Because he'll have a fresh set. They'll be brand new. In qualifying, he was on the mediums. So thank you for everyone who's tuned in. We currently have 7 viewers for round 3 of the Republic of Motorsport. Catch us the same time every week. Of course, dependent on the actual F1 events taking place. Next round will be in Spa-Francorchamps.
Someone's gone. I was trying to eat my food, but Weston's.
Shizer. That is
Poop,
both.
has he had a crash with Poop?
I don't know.
Poop's got no front wing.
That's both Aston Martins involved in a spin.
The money's pulled
Stops.
over. He's got an illegal overtake, hasn't he?
Oh, come on. Honestly. Safety
Come on,
car's
Gaines,
still
get it
out.
together.
And Snipes is loving this. That's one less lap to do on the soft tyre.
So I was trying to eat some food then, and then
What?
I just saw that someone spun. I was like, oh shit.
There we go. So let's hope. I think the safety car will definitely come in at the end of this lap now. You can see Snipes just cruising around. He's going to wait for that message to pop up and then put a lot of energy into this set of tyres. Looking back on the race start, of course, D-Money was on pole position with Shaney up on the front row. And some big position changes. We've got Beeford up 6 slots, Snipes up 7, Ludlow up 10, Yanni up 8, James up 10. And the big losers, of course, D-Money finds himself in P13 after that excellent qualification. Poob and Westerns both enter the pits, I'm assuming for damage and a fresh set of softs at this stage in the race. On lap 23 or 33 in Catalonia. It's going to be one hell of a fight to the finish. Who's going to have called the strategy right here? I'm going to say Snipes has played his cards like he will. Can he get it done on track though? Beeford is a shrewd operator. He's as wide as possible for the Alfa Romeo.
Oh, that's on circuit.
I think he just pressed retire, isn't he? Because it's just cruised.
Where is he?
Yeah, it's just pulled over.
Ah,
So,
fun.
Okay, restart
Anyway.
this. Here we go, Matt. Over to you.
Let's get ready to go racing once again. 10 laps to go here. 10 lap sprint to the finish at the Spanish Grand Prix, and it is Beeford who's going to lead them away ahead of Snipes on his soft compound tyres. Will he have that grip advantage to pounce early and put himself ahead of the Mercedes Pez there, lying in wait in P3, Ludlow P4 and Yanni on the hard tyres in P5. He's going to struggle off this restart. Excuse me. Here we go then. Where will Beeford go? He's surely bolted now, and he has, as he leads them through the final corner. We are racing once again. They deploy the battery, Snipes into the slipstream, and we are green, green, green. Racing has resumed here. And it looks like Drazzy is all over the back of Yanni ahead of him. He's going to look to make the move on the inside as they run up towards the first corner. Who's going to go late on the brakes? It's Drazzy with that medium tyre advantage. And behind there we saw the likes of James battling away with Smate. Smate's going to try and go round the outside of turn 3. That's bold, that's brave, but it's a beautifully executed move there for Smate. Gets himself up in 7. James going to fight back as they round turn 4, but it looks like the Williams who's going to come out on top of this one. He'll close that one off into turn 5. Good stuff there for Smate. Poob, nice, retired from the session. Excellent work.
Yeah, there's a retirement on track once again. So interested to see Shaney picks up 3 seconds of penalty. Snipes is hot on the heels of Beeford, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it into this braking zone. So he's just going to have to try and line it up. Maitland knows he's going to have a dive down the inside into one of the tightest corners on the circuit here, and moves himself up into P6. The other driver who went bold early on when that safety car was called dived into the pits, finds himself now up into position 6. Now let's check in with the leaders here. Need a good exit out the final corner. B4's going to be all over that overtake button, and we're going to have to wait for some DRS to come into effect. But it's been a good exit out the final corner for B4, and Snipes not close enough on this occasion.
Snipes likely will just wait for the DRS. It'll be a much easier move once he has access to the drag reduction system. Meanwhile, Snake's already straight onto the back of Drazzy as he continues his charge up the order. Already made up 2 places on the restart, and he'll be hoping to continue that. Etzel puts a move on James. James going to fight back there into turn 5. That was late on the brakes, wasn't it?
That was rude. He's just run the
Yeah.
car out there.
Vettel will not be happy about that. He gets a very good run off turn 8.
Oh,
Surely not. Don't you dare.
Not
That's
there.
a crash, surely.
Wow.
Oh, look at the weaving.
Here comes Shady.
Oh, don't touch, please. As they go through turn 10, a little bit of touching there. Looks like James is just going to hold on. He was not happy that he just had a car go down the inside of him into turn 9. We've seen so many cars spin through there, going through on their own. Vettel was like, nah, not me. I'll go through there side by side if I have to. Oh, that's a bit twitchy from James. That actually held up Shane a bit. He might come under threat now from D-Money behind him. We're going to switch back to the leaders just to check in, see if Snipes is close enough, which he is not. And then we'll go to Drazzy next, who is closest to the back of Ludlow, but not close enough to make the move going into the first corner.
So the man who's got a front row seat to this battle for position 4 is Mr. S-Mates P6, just waiting to pounce. There's the advantage of those soft tyres. Yeah, he's not doing too bad a job, but it's going to come under attack from Yanni. Van Vettel. Oh, Maitland.
Oh, well done, Maitland. Oh, don't do it again,
Here comes.
Vettel. Don't push your luck twice.
Freeman.
Oh my goodness, he's done it twice now.
Call
Mate,
that
I
Yanni
need
cooler.
this guy to give me a little bit of a tutorial on how he's doing that.
Oh, look at him in the background.
Oh, Yanni getting very twitchy there. James threw into P8 there. Yanni on those hard tyres, definitely struggling.
A four-way scrap now. Who cares about the lead?
fastest lap of the race. Here comes Snipes. He's gaining, he's gaining. He's going to go for it round the outside. He's going to look to get this one done. He has the grip advantage. He has the inside for turn 2. B4 though will get the inside for turn 3 and surely can fight this one back. Snipes going to hang on in there around the outside. He'll have to stick to the outside now for turn 4. He's going to keep his car there. Will he be left the space by B-Ford? Can Snipes get the drive off the corner? And B-Ford looks to stay ahead. Snipes looking forward into turn 5. He's going to have to tuck in behind and have a go again next lap. Good defensive driving there from the championship leader.
I've got to say, Snipes was way too polite on that occasion there. On the exit of turn 2, he should have just squeezed him out, claimed the corner and the position, but left way too much room. Is that rain? Did I just see a sprinkle map?
It's precipitating on the Spanish circuits.
He got rain in Spain. If there wasn't enough pain, add a little rain and you've got absolute torture.
Oh, this is good for Snipes as well. Not only is he a master of the rain, those soft tyres will be a massive advantage. They'll just keep their temperature a lot longer than the mediums will. He'll want to get this done while the DRS is still enabled though. That might put some pressure on him. Here we go, onto the main straight once again. B-Ford is the car ahead. Snipes is the one closing in. B-Ford will cover the inside. Snipes is going to go to the inside this time. Went late on the brakes. Can the switchback be done for B-Ford? Little bit of touching in turn 2 and Snipes is going to allow B-Ford to go on the inside for turn 3 again. But I think Snipes was that bit further around the outside this time. And he's going to be in a much better position shortly for turn 4. B-Ford late on the brakes. There's yellow flags in turn 2. That's James who's gone around. Maitland, sorry. But Snipes still not able to get past B-Ford.
Look at Pez! Pez is right on it now. He's there, ready to have a nibble at this battle. Oh, and Snipes has been way too polite. He should have closed the door, got the job done at the second asking. And B-Ford, he's a lucky boy. Great battle though, great battle.
Absolutely, I agree with you, mate. Snipes just has to get aggressive. He's just got to squeeze him out at turn 2. Tell him, no, you are not coming back around the outside of me. Because the problem is he just allows B-Ford that inside line through turn 3, which is clearly just so superior around here. And Snipes, he's going to run out of laps with DRS at this rate.
Well, he's going to run out of tyre life as well. He needs to make rain whilst it's in the right window for his tyres. And we've lost Maitland, so if you're hanging on in there, boys, you're going to have some good chance of points. And the top 2 are going to start to struggle for ERS. Pez does have that penalty. Any slight mistake here, and he could be on for a win still. Because the gap back to Drazzy is 4.6 seconds. Shaney just gets past Yanni down into turn 1.
Westons picks up a penalty.
At 29 of 33, rain in Spain after an eventful Grand Prix so far. We've had, what, 2 safety cars, a VSC. We've had 5 retirements from the race and a number of spins. We've lost count. It's more than a handful so far. And the Westerns looks to be having a little look there on Yanni, getting very close. Come up the hill, yellow flags. Everything looks okay.
D-Money maybe had a moment. Gonna go for it on the inside of Yanni. Surely squeeze him out on the exit. A little bit of touching. He'll have the inside for the flick to the left. And that allows Westerns up into P9. Yanni down to P10. Snipes is out of the RS range.
He's coming under attack from Pez as well, who's got a lot of ERS to play with at this point. And you're going to see, yep, the flashing light on that Alfa Romeo as it starts to derate at this point. And this is music to Beeford, is in the lead of the race. It's going to give him a bit of a breather. It's good map. In these kind of tricky conditions, we can be consistent.
The way it's going, Snipes is going to regret being so polite. Because at the moment it's not looking like he's able to put that same kind of pressure on Beeford. I think you're right. I think those soft tyres have just seen that Pest as he gets very twitchy, and that surely Pez through. But he just decided he didn't want to be like that, so he didn't want to go through at turn 9. I have to say that's the wise decision, but yeah, look at that. He's now got the better run. Down to turn 10, Pez on the inside of Snipes. Snipes chooses not to fight, goes for the switch back. Is that going to be wing damage for Snipes? He just hit the back there of the McLaren as Pez now gets very wobbly and Pez is gone. Mate, falling into the hands right now of R&B Ford as we've got a virtual safety car with 3 laps to go.
That's D-Money out, top of the hill. We've got a retired car on the circuit there. So that is a real
safety
shame.
car, full-blown safety car.
Oh, who's going to throw in a set of inters? Who's just going to try and wing it? Safety car, is it going to come straight in this lap? Or are we going to have like 1 lap of racing?
Won't it?
I don't know. Or maybe we're going to get 1 lap of racing. This is absolute scenes. How many safety cars did you say, Matt?
I said 2 and 1 virtual.
Oh,
I think we've had
you said 3.
3 and 1 virtual. Or something like that. I was close. I was closer than you were. You thought we were only getting 1. Come on, that's just bad decision making from you.
But what I said was, how many finishes did I say?
11.
Yeah, and I'm not counting Maitland, so far I'm right. Okay, because Maitland's not in the building. Alright, it's not over till the fat lady sings. B Ford leads from Snipes. Drazzy is going to close right up on this battle. Maybe not too bad for Snipes as well, you know, a little breather for the tyres. Again, the tyre temperature's really going to drop off now with these wet conditions. Now, who's going to slap on a set of inters and be like 2 or 3 seconds faster on the final lap here, whilst everyone else is like skittles flying off the circuit? There is no right or wrong at this point. We're all going to find out in hindsight. B Ford is going to stay out on circuit. Snipes is going to come around the final corner and stay out. That's a given. Drazzy as well. So it doesn't seem ready for the intermediate tyres. But this is a chance to roll the dice.
If anyone does it, it'll be Yanni, because he won't lose track position.
Cheney in the box. Weston stays out. Yanni stays out. Maitland stays out of the Grand Prix entirely.
Shane, is it Inters?
Yeah.
It is. Inter tyre.
My guy. Come on, Cheney.
He's going to get 1 lap to try and prove that he's made the right decision. If he makes up any kind of places, he'll know that this was the right decision, but we will see. He's got to catch the queue as well. The queue is just making their way down to turn 5.
You'd imagine you just about make it at this point. I'll be crawling around. I don't think Lorne will make it though. Lorne's going to catch up to the AI of Maitland in a minute.
So skills. Cold tyres. Rain. Final corner. Safety car restart. Who's not making it?
Everyone apart from Shaney.
Shay's just going to come fly past all of them like, I will make it, I will make it. Safety car in this lap, and Shaney not yet in the queue. He is making his way up the hill now towards turn 9. Might just catch them as they come through the chicane, to be fair.
Gonna be
He
tight.
should do.
Very
He will
tight.
make it, because B Ford will now back up the pack. So he will make the queue, and he will have warm tyres.
Hold
Could
on
have a
to
big
your bum.
advantage here.
Oh my god, this is gonna be one hell of a finish here. Sprint racing on a Saturday. Nah, we don't like that. We'll have it on a Sunday, please. Give us one lap.
I'm going to say, this is more than a sprint race. This is a one-lap dash to the finish. B Ford, where's he going to put his foot down? Surely he'll wait till after the last corner. Or has he got the bravery to do it now? Oh, gets twitchy. That might allow Snipes the
Here it
opportunity.
comes! Oh, yes,
Snipes
moment.
gets twitchy as well. Where's Drazzy behind? He's in the slipstream now. Snipes saw the opportunity, got eager on the throttle, wasn't able to do it. Drazzy now, he's bump drafting Snipes on the run down to the first corner. Who's going to go late on the brakes? Drazzy touches the back of Snipes there, and he allows Pez to go through. Pez up into P3 for making way on his medium tyres. It doesn't look like it's ready for the Inters just yet. Shaney losing time to the guys around him, but B Ford somehow manages to hold on. There is Drazzy looking like he thought about a move there, perhaps defending from Vettel on his soft compound tyres. Vettel thought about the move. Oh, that's a bit late defending there from Drazzy, and Vettel will have to stay in behind for the time being. But I thought B Ford lost it out of the last corner, and I thought Snipes was going to do him, but no, Snipes himself just got too eager, dropped the back end, and surely, unless there's any mistakes through turn 9, that's race over as Snipes picks up 3 seconds.
So
Big
this
for
is
Ludlow,
great.
is it not?
That's
Ludlow
amazing.
might go flying up the order here.
He's 2 seconds behind though. He needs to really close on up, and B Ford. Oh, how lucky has this boy been today? But he's been consistent. He's been there. Shaney currently P9. Inters really haven't worked. He did make one position on Yanni. The hards really not switching on. But yeah, one hell of a Grand Prix here, Matt. Great one to join you for.
It's going to be won by that man B Ford. He's going to come around the final corner. Snipes, one more lap. He may well have passed him, but it doesn't matter because B Ford has crossed the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix. It's Snipes who joins him on the podium. They were side by side over the line. Pez P3, Ludlow jumps up to P4. Great point scoring day for Alfa Romeo. That was all right, Rich. I'm not going to lie. Pretty decent finish.
For a Spanish Grand Prix, it delivered everything that you wanted. Normally it's a snooze fest. It was nothing but that today. It was an absolute barnstorm of a race from start to finish. Some great battles throughout, great respect being shown. Sometimes looking like amateurs out there, but this is one of the toughest circuits on the calendar. Really tricky for traction, and you could see it there. But the Mercedes man on the top step, he will take the driver's lead in the championship over Snipes, who finished in P2. And that man Pez, I mean, he had a number of lives today. We'll call him a cat because he just kept coming back from disaster after disaster and finds himself on the podium.
Yeah, my guy actually managed to spin under a VSC and still made his way onto the podium. I'd say that's pretty good going. There you go, there's your final race standings. It's B Ford from Snipes from Pez, then it's Ludlow, Drazzy, James, Vettel P7, then Weston's Yanni, Shane P10, picking up a point for his troubles, Lorne P11, Smates P12, D-Money P13, and then we have Poob, Celtic, Revolutional, Lewis, and some bottle job in P18. Should we get them in? Should we send the invites?
Yeah, do a quick one. I'm going to have to jump off for another commentary stream in just a minute. But thoughts of driver of the day, we've got Ludlow up there, P14 to P4. No penalties incurred, as well as James in P6. Of course, that man who won the Grand Prix, he had one hell of a defence up there and kept it clean. Who is your thoughts for driver of the day?
B Ford just nailed it, really, didn't he? That's the obvious suggestion. Who else had a good one? Ludlow did really well again, just keeping it calm and consistent. It's what got him, I think, a podium last time out in China. P4 here today. He's doing very well in the race conditions. And James from P17 on the grid to P6. Not a bad drive from him as well. I have sent the invite to Monsieur B Ford, but no sign of him.
give him a minute to just take a breath and take it all in. But my driver of the day, I'm going to give it to Ludlow. I think victory is enough for that man B4 today.
Yeah, absolutely. There he is. Oh, hi. You got your audio included?
I do.
Congratulations, good sir, on victory in the Spanish Grand Prix. A race that turned out to have quite a dramatic finish. Talk us through it.
Oh, well, I'm currently sweating profusely, so if that explains it.
Nice.
Yeah. The last stint was mental because you had snipes and Pez obviously hang on with DRS on medium, softs on the softs was rapid on the last stint. So I'm just glad I kept him behind. The start of the race was crazy because like left, right, centre was just fucking language, front wings everywhere. So I'm happy with it. It's a mental race, so it should be good to watch.
Yeah. Were you worried when it started raining, or were you confident that you could keep Snipes behind?
I was confident. It was one lap, and I'm quite handy in the wet, so I like to think anyway. I felt confident in that. I had my restart for the last one because got a nice gap on the straight, so that helped me.
Anything you want to add, Rich?
No, congratulations on your first win of the season, I believe, my friend. And
that is correct.
You take the lead in the drivers' title. You're going to have one hell of a challenge on your hands this season, it looks like. And yeah, some great battles with Snipes down into turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. Some great entertainment, and you'll really enjoy watching that one back. Thank you for all the entertainment.
That's alright. Thanks for the congratulations on the win. Oh.
Well, I think we will leave it there then. That's been round 3 of the Republic of Motorsport, the Spanish Grand Prix, won by B Ford. We'll be back next week for it's Monaco next week, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh heavens! If this was carnage, next week might be something special. We'll see you there next time for another thrilling race like this one.